and direct, broadcasting around the world. This is the Whatever Happened to Common Sense Show with your host, Gerard, giving you common sense feedback for today's most interesting and intriguing topics.
Thank you for tuning in to the Whatever Happened to Common Sense Show. I'm your host with the most, your brother from another, Mr. Gerard. Family, I hope everyone is doing well. We have another excellent show scheduled for you today. During our first segment, we're going to provide you with some common sense tips for maintaining a balanced life that is productive and low in stress. We want you to live your best life, regardless of any circumstances. Secondly, I'm going to provide you with some important financial resources that I recently learned through participating in a White House stakeholders conference call. As you know, these resources have been put in effect in response to the coronavirus pandemic. Lastly, we're going to close with a rapid fire session in which we're going to review some additional financial opportunities in the midst of this pandemic event. As always, we must give honor to God first and thank Him for all that He has done. We recognize that we can do nothing without Him, but can accomplish great things because of Him. For our social media fans, please follow us on Twitter at WhateverCommon. Like us on Facebook at We Use Common Sense, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I definitely want to thank you for your support thus far. We can see a significant increase in the amount of listeners and subscribers, particularly for our YouTube channel. Now, the advantages of subscribing to our channel is that our full episodes are broken down into parts, which will allow you to listen to your favorite segments of our episodes. In regards to our platforms, we can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Castro, our website on Buzzsprout, and lastly, the TuneIn app, which has a voice command feature for playback with any Alexa-enabled device. So again, I thank you for taking advantage of the many platforms that we are currently streaming on. I want to start our first topic off by saying it is extremely important that during this pandemic, in which we're being asked to alter our lives, that we strive to maintain a proper life balance, and that we attempt to stay on track for the things that are important in our lives. I truly understand that for some, this may be extremely difficult, particularly for those who may have lost their jobs and are paid by the hour. Obviously, if you lost a loved one or maybe sick yourself, that goes beyond any financial situations that you may be experiencing. Staying on track can be a challenge depending upon your current situation. So when I talk about having a balanced life, I'm encouraging us to not allow stress and fear of the future to monopolize our thoughts and to prevent us from having a clear mind for recognizing opportunities when they are available. One of the things that I often remind myself, particularly during stressful times, is not to get drunk on life. Let me say this again. It's important that we are able to manage stressful situations and not allow ourselves to get so stressed out that it seems as if life has made us drunk. It is important that we remain sober during difficult and stressful times. Now, when we get to part 2 of today's episode, I'm going to provide some resources that may be helpful. Now, I will not claim to recognize or understand every person's situation that he or she may be going through at this time, but one thing that I do know is that being overly stressed is simply not good for growth and improvement. Over the years, life has taught me to put God first, followed by my family, my career, and getting proper rest and relaxation. So if you're currently in a tough situation, I encourage you to stay focused on maintaining a proper balance. If you're unemployed, let's keep a clear mind and think about what opportunities may be available in order for you to support yourself and your family. If you're fortunate to still be employed and are currently able to maintain yourself financially, let's look at some of the other areas in our lives during this time and ask yourself, do I need to make any adjustments? Do I need to spend more quality time with my family? Are there any other life issues that I should be teaching my children? Do I need to improve my relationship with God? Do I need to focus on being a better husband or a better wife? Do I need to do a better job of checking on my parents and other family members and friends? Do I need to do a better job of managing my finances? Do I need to find a hobby or something that can provide a stress relief? All of these are great questions in which I have asked myself at different points in my life. Now, 2 areas in which I know I need to improve is maintaining a healthy lifestyle along with a proper balance with my career. As I stated before during one of our previous episodes, I started from very humble beginnings. Because of this, it was important to me that I establish a good and productive career. During my process of success, I was so driven and tunnel vision that I did not always take the proper steps for maintaining a good balance, particularly for my health and overall stress load. In my younger years, I felt as if I could run through a brick wall if it meant achieving my goals. Now, this mentality allowed me to achieve a variety of different things. However, over time, I began to develop a few minor health issues that I am now working to correct. Now, I added 2 goals to my vision board pertaining to improving my health, as I discussed during episode number 1. By the way, how is your progress for your vision boards? I know life has been changed, I know life has been altered, but achieving our goals as we originally stated for 2020 is still important. Now, as I worked as a school administrator for many years, it typically included long, stressful, and tiring days. And as a guiding theme, most of the time administrators get blamed for a lot and receive minimal credit for anything that is right. But for us that are committed to doing our job, we dedicate a great portion of our lives for the success of our students and our teachers. In addition to the long days, there are even shorter nights of sleep. Now, I thank God for blessing me to be able to move to a different position. Currently, I'm able to provide support for our school districts and charter schools throughout the state. And and this has significantly lowered my stress load. However, I am now striving to improve some of the unhealthy habits that I attained during my school administrator career. So I encourage you, as you are working to achieve your goals, please maintain a proper balance for your overall health. And this includes establishing good sleep habits. Now, I've heard celebrities such as Steve Harvey mention that millionaires do not sleep 8 hours a night. Now, I don't know if this is true or not because my $1 million has not made it to me yet. It's on its way. However, I do know that in order to maintain healthy lifestyles and to give your body an opportunity to heal and refresh itself, getting an adequate amount of rest and sleep is required. Lastly, I encourage you to establish a healthy home life. And what I mean by this, your home should be your place of peace. When you're out conquering the world, the thought of going home later in the day should provide a good feeling and put a smile on your face. Your home should be your place where you can refresh, recharge, and receive everything that you need in order to give a successful effort each and every day. As you can see, it is important for us to maintain a good balance in our lives in order for us to be our best for all of our responsibilities.